Hi, I'm Sophie.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and we're Sophie and Sarah.
Thank you for joining us today on this video.
Now let's get right into the video. Woo!
Thank you for coming along to make cards with us today. If you want to make this card right here, which is card 1, just keep on watching. And if you want to make this card right here, this is card 3, so look for that timestamp in the description.
Well, hello there. Now it's Sarah's voiceover. Today we're making these two cards, and the one on the left has a mandala design up in the corner, and the one on the right has these sketchy pastel flowers that's very spring and in season. So let's get right into the tutorial. Woohoo!
The materials for this card are in the description box down below, so once you got your materials, come back here and we will make this card together. We are going to get out our ruler. And we are going to go 2 1/4. So you're going to make a little line at 2 1/4. So you're going to do on all the sides because it is a square paper. If you are doing the rainbow like me, you're going to take your red because the red is the first color of the rainbow. Slide it across my ruler. Perfect. So then we are going to connect these two lines again, like this. And now you have perpendicular lines and 4 little squares. Now that we have our red, we are going to take our orange. So I'm gonna put it 1/2 centimeter is what I would say, 1/2 centimeter off from the red because it's just going to be a little diagonal line that goes through each of them. And then I am going to draw this right through the middle, a diagonal line. Perfect. And now I'm going to flip it and do the exact same thing on the other side. So right there. So we are going to be taking our yellows and doing the exact same things.
Use this color order to repeat the same steps that we just did and go the rest of the rainbow.
Now we're going to continue and go back to red and do the whole rainbow over again. Now, we have the bulk of our card done. I really hope you like what you see right now on your card. Whether it's rainbow or greens and blues and purples or blacks and grays, we are going to put a little paper on top of the middle. I'm going to write a little something on my card that's different from my last card, and I'm going to write "See you soon." I am going to tape this on with either double-sided tape or your regular tape. Nice and cute little rainbow card with a little sentiment in the middle. Finally, we get to have our little pink or whatever color you chose card. So now we're going to tape that right on the front. And that's what that should look like. And then we are going to go on the inside, and now you should have your other square white paper, and you're going to tape that on the inside. Tape that. And there you have it. Here's your little rainbow starburst card. I really hope you liked making this. Thank you, and see you in the next card tutorial.
So these are the materials I used. They'll be listed in the description box below. And so I'm scoring this purple piece of paper right down the middle and folding it in half to make our nice card base. So in the end, this will be, I believe it is 5.5 by 8 folded in half. This white piece of paper is 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches, and I'm trimming off about 1/4 inch from each end so that it'll have a frame on the purple paper. And I found that it was a little too big. I wanted the frame to be a little bigger, so I trimmed off a little more. Not very specifically, I kind of just trim until it looks good. I'm not a big measurement person, I kind of just trim as I go. Now I'm figuring out where I want to start my doodle. And I always start mine with a little PR in the bottom corner because it's based off of a book that I read back in like 8th grade when I started drawing these. I did it then, and now I kind of always do it. So you always know which ones are mine, because I always do that weird thing. I think my tips for doing these would be to have little sections on them, so you can always start like a new section if you realize, oh, I don't really like this design. You just add like another line on top of it, and then it looks good, and you just have a new start. And my other tip would just be use a variety of lines and circles and different geometric designs so that you end up with a really cool, like, I guess it is geometric, or like floral design. I like floral things, so I kind of do these leaves with like lines. I also really like them to be symmetrical. I feel like that really helps add to like the like coolness of it. I don't know, just making up words now. I also find that a really cool thing I like to do is add a lot of little circles in a line, because that creates like a really cool, like thicker effect, but they're also really detailed when you look close. And I found a little smudge on my paper, so I just took a sand eraser, which is really cool because it like erases ink by wearing off the paper, and use that to take that off. Here I'm adding more petal looking things, and I'm honestly really happy with the way this one looks. It's like both floral and geometric, and also really detailed, and just overall really cool. I really like this one. Then I realized I kind of wanted to copy this calligraphy stamp that I have, and that's another card I made a few years ago, and I just have it on my piano now. And so here I tried my best to copy it, and you can tell it didn't go out too well. Then I wrote, "You quarantined cutie" on the bottom, because I thought that was funny. Then I'm taking my glue, running it on the back, and going onto the card base, making sure that that purple frame around it is perfectly even. And I'm trying not to touch the design because, you know, I don't want to smear it or anything like that. I like the one on the left better with the hello, but the mandala on the right's nicer. And here I'm adding some glitter pen over the hello so that it matches my glittery black pen I drew the design with. And this is our finished card.
Now we're going to be making this cute little card right here, so let's get started. Just like last time, look in the description box below and get your materials for card number 3, and once you have those, come back and we'll start making this. I'm going to go in with a pink paper scrap. I'm going to just use it to cut out a little heart like we have on our card behind the little banner. I'm just going to cut the heart and hope that it turns out okay.
Tape it right onto the card, right in the center.
Now you should have a cute little heart, perfect or imperfect, and it should be right near the center of your card. It doesn't have to be perfect though.
We are going to go in with a string. You can cut as many as you want, however long you want your message to be. And this card, I think I want to have 3 strings. So I can say the same message as I did on card 1, which was "see you soon." Okay. Now that you have however many strings you want, you're going to flip your blue paper over and you're going to tape them. Do 1 string at a time. So I'm going to do the top string first and kind of just guesstimate where you want it on the card. If you're using 2, then yours maybe should be a little lower, or if you're only using 1, it should be in the middle.
Now the fun part, which is the washi tape.
Make little sections. They're about, I think, like 2 inches long. They don't have to be exact. Just you don't want to make them too short, because you can always cut shorter, but you can't go back, you know? So I'm going to go on the top string first. I'm going to put the tape under the string. I'm going to put it halfway through. So it should be half and half so that I can fold it. So the top line is going to say C, so I'm going to have enough space for 3 of these. And then I'm going to fold it up like that. And it doesn't have to be super perfect. It's okay if there's little wrinkles in it. Totally does not matter. So I just folded it on there so that it stays nice and cute on there. And then you can cut it into a different shape, but I like my little banners to be in triangles. So that is what I'm going to do. There's my first triangle, and it's okay if it flips up a little bit. At the end, you can always like twist your string around so that it doesn't end up like that.
Now you're just going to cut more little triangles or banners until you have enough for the words in your message.
that we have all of our little banners, we are going to go in with a Sharpie.
I am going to write see you soon.
Now that we are done writing this part, we are going to come back in with our white card and we are going to tape it right on top. And there you have it. This is the card that we made.
I really hope you enjoyed making it.
Now we're on to the next card. So this one is based off of my bullet journal, like these little flowers that I did in here. I just started bullet journaling again. And so here I cut my green piece of paper in half. I swear it's green, but on this camera it looks like really weird. It's like a really nice pastel green in real life. And I folded that in half. Now I'm taking a white piece of paper and cutting off about 1/4 inch on each side. Same thing as the last card really, just because I like to make these bases because they look cool. Making sure it fits, all nice. Next, I'm picking out my pens that I want to use. These are just some Stampin' Up markers that I've had for years, so I kind of just use what I have. But you can use anything like a crayola super tip or whatever you want. And here I'm drawing these really basic flowers, kind of like those ones you drew in 5th grade or kindergarten or whatever. I don't even know. I'm just making stuff up now. And then I add some grass. It's just grass. Then I draw my stems with my pen. You'll see that it's a navy blue pen, not a black pen, because I actually don't own like black ballpoint pens. Because I just like navy blue ones better. I feel like it's less harsh on the eyes. Just a weird fact about me, I like navy blue pens. And then here I'm adding these little like sketchy lines outside each petal, and they're not like anything specific. You don't have to follow the lines of the flower perfectly, it just kind of gives it a more like sketched out design. Then I'm just adding more of those lines on the outside. I think it looks really cool and gives it a really unique look. And I'm doing a similar thing on the grass just to give it some texture. And then on my original, I didn't like how the spring looked so far to the right, so I moved it over to the left a little bit. And then here is where my camera died. Yay! Not died, ran out of storage. So this is how I like to fake my calligraphy basically. And so I just draw spring in cursive and then thicken the downstrokes a little bit so that they end up with a good variety, kind of like how you would do calligraphy. I think it just adds a little bit to the already existing cursive. So that's cool. And so I take my glue, and this is actually a scrap piece of paper, which is why there's stuff on the back. And then I just glue that onto the base. Then I write happy, and I realized I should probably have made it a little bit bigger or moved it to the right or something like that, because I think that probably would have looked a little bit more balanced. And that is all for me on this video. These are the 2 cards we made, and I hope you liked it. And here I am just doing weird hand dances because this is pre-filmed and I don't really know what I'm doing. And yeah, now that's okay, bye. Which way do I wave? I don't know. Whatever. See ya.
Thank you for making cards with us today. Whether you made mine or not, it doesn't really matter. I'm just happy you took the time out of your day to do something nice for someone else, whether it be your family member or one of your friends. Thank you and see you next time. Bye. Thank you for watching this video by Sophie and Sarah. There's another video you may enjoy right here, and you can click right here to subscribe for more sunshine and stupidity.
And you can click the notification bell to get an alert anytime we post a new video. Thanks for watching. Bye!